Hello, my name is Christopher Scott, and welcome to episode 4 of Designer's Diary. Today we have got a question from Moses Romero in Mexico, and he asks, if you could bring back to life a designer, who would it be and why? Unfortunately, Moses, thank you very much for the awesome question, and you're an awesome designer, by the way. If you want to check out Play fantastic work. Um, But I think for me, I know instantly who I would bring back, and that's Alan Fletcher. Alan Fletcher, not the singer, by the way, because if you search in Google and type in Alan Fletcher, it's going to be a singer. He was actually famous for a program called Neighbours, which was a sitcom in Australia. But if you type in Alan Fletcher designer, this guy comes up. This book is called The Art of Looking Sideways, and it was a huge inspiration for me. And I've got another book of Alan Fletcher's here also. It's called Beware Wet Paint, which is a spectacular book. Both books are good in their own way. Um, but I would recommend The Art of Looking Sideways definitely. Alan Fletcher was very important for me. Alan Fletcher was one of the 5 founders of Pentagram. Pentagram is now famous for being one of the best design studios in the world. You have people like Michael Burdett and Paul Scher who work as part of the team, and Pentagram have studios in India. I think they have a studio in London, and they have a studio obviously in New York, and they're like recognized as being one of the biggest studios in the world for design and creativity. So Alan Fletcher was one of the 5 original founders. So that just says it all about him basically already. But just to give a bit of a reasons why he's really important for me is because I bought this book in I think 2009 or 2010. Is so basically whenever I was about to start my masters. And I think especially this book, The Art of Looking Sideways, it taught me the importance of your eyes. That's the biggest thing that Alan Fletcher taught me as a person and as a designer. That designers need to understand how their eyes are all important. How the eyes can play tricks on you. How your eyes can visualize certain colors and feel a certain way and all these things. So that's the biggest thing, that the compliment that I could give Alan Fletcher. Obviously, his work is amazing. He had some amazing clients. He had fantastic projects that he made. But that one thing that I connected to with him is that, or the message that I receive. Obviously, everyone's going to look at Alan Fletcher and maybe receive a different message. But that's the one thing that I always remember from him. And that's one of the most valuable lessons that Alan Fletcher taught me, from looking at his videos on YouTube, reading his books, and things like that. I think that the reason why I would bring him back is because I would love him to teach to the students now the importance of your eyes and the importance of not using the computer all the time, because this book here specifically, it's called Beware Wet Paint, and you can see like a lot of stuff is done by hand. He could just take out some colors and just stick them down on a page, and that's it, done. So like the work of his is like amazing. This book is all about his work, Beware Wet Paint. I would definitely recommend that book. But this is all about his work, and and it's like it's a bit of his process and stuff like that. But the other one, Art of Looking Sideways, is like a collection of visual stories. I would call it. But it's basically him playing with visual puns and visual elements and ideas and concepts to try to teach you the importance of your eyes. So I would love him to teach to the students today, and not always going to Photoshop and Illustrator, and I would love him to teach like the kids what he knows and what he's learned from his during his time as being a designer, just to teach everyone how to be better. Um, but yeah, that'll be my answer on Fletcher. I would 100% recommend checking him out. Obviously, there's other sort of, I'd like to mention someone like H.M. Workman, who's a fantastic designer from Holland. Um, and yeah, there's like tons of like designers that I would love to bring back to life. But I could spend this video would last a lot longer if it was. But um, who would you like to bring back to life? Um, that's good. It's really interesting because I think it's very important that you have role models and people who inspire you to be a better person and a better designer. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much to Moses for the awesome question. Also check out Moses' work. You can check it at plainwhite.com. Wonderful, wonderful designer. Um, and I'll see you again, guys, again very, very soon.